how they're going to take the exam in digital and adaptive format. So we're going to discuss all those things.
স্টুডেন্ট ও গার্জিয়ানদের সাথে নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটির জ্যাকসন হাইটস ব্রাঞ্চে বিশেষ অনুষ্ঠানের আয়োজন করেছে মামুনস টিউটোরিয়াল। স্পেশালাইজড স্কুলগুলিতে অ্যাডমিশনের জন্য এই আয়োজন, এতে স্টুডেন্টদের মূলত অনুপ্রাণিত করতেই এমন আয়োজন নিয়মিত করা হয়ে থাকে।
Those exams are very, very challenging compared to what they learn in 7th grade and 8th grade. Is way above that. So they need to know the algebra 1, they need to know the geometry, and certain questions are multiple steps that require a lot of time.
বরাবরের মতো স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য সুন্দর দিক নির্দেশনামূলক বক্তব্য দিয়েছেন মামুনস টিউটোরিয়ালের কর্ণধার শেখ আল মামুন।
Those are the four biggest, and beside that there's a four other schools, Queen Science, Brooklyn Latin, Math Science and Engineering at City College, and American Studies at Lehman College. Those four schools takes only 100 students each year. Okay. And the bigger four schools take around 1,000 students, 9 to 1,000 students. So those big schools, for example, Bronx Science, they have 4,000 students. Each year, 1,000 student graduate, they take another 1,000 students. Besides those regular acceptors, there is also something called Discovery Program. They keep some seats, not many, around 40 to 50 seats. If certain students does really good in math, but let's say they didn't do well in English, they take them for 5 weeks of summer program, and after the summer sessions is done, they automatically take them into their.
উল্লেখ্য, নিউ ইয়র্ক সিটির স্পেশালাইজড স্কুলগুলিতে ভর্তির ক্ষেত্রে এগিয়ে থাকে মামুনসের স্টুডেন্টরা। সঠিক নিয়মে স্টুডেন্টরা নিজেদের কাজ করলেই কাঙ্ক্ষিত সাফল্য পাওয়া যাবে বলে মনে করছেন শেখ আল মামুন। তবে এই ক্ষেত্রে অভিভাবকদের সবসময় দায়িত্বশীল থাকতে হবে বলে জানান তিনি।
You go to myschools.nyc.gov and you put your login as parent login information password. Then you select those 8 specialist high school. You could order them first, second, fourth, and so on. But first, second, third would be more than enough. But you could still put all the schools in your list, and that's it. And you can ask to be verified. Submitted will help you with that time. But the English require a lot more pages. That's the reason I didn't put together English. But it's equally important. I think English is more important than math, because if you're good at reading, you're going to do well in the reading comprehension and grammar. At the same time, you're going to do well in the math. We have all the model tests from the last few years. And another thing is 57 questions needs to be done in how long? 90 minutes. In regular state exam, common core exam, they're taking from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade. They have 2 days for math, 2 days for English. And in book on, let's say math, they have 20 or 25 questions. They spend 3 hours. Yeah. Or sometimes they say, you know what, take as long as you want. But this exam is no chance like that. You have to finish those 57 math in 90 minutes. 57 in 90 minutes. So a lot of our students, what happened from my experience, they ran out of time. They're brilliant students, they know everything, but they could not finish sometimes within that time frame. I know our kids tend to go to the video game and other stuff, YouTubing, other stuff. So we need our parents' support and monitoring system. So when you sit with your laptop or computer to do the work, you make sure you do the work. You need to be more responsible, more grown up. Even though you are in 12 years old, 7th grade, but your mindset needs to be 14, 15 years old.
ব্রঙ্কসের পাশাপাশি জ্যাকসন হাইটস ব্রাঞ্চেও ইংলিশ শেখাতে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ ভূমিকা পালন করছেন মামুনস টিউটোরিয়ালের টিচার জন স্কট। তিনিও পরামর্শ দিয়েছেন, বক্তব্য দিয়েছেন গার্ডিয়ানদের উদ্দেশ্যে এবং স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য।
I actually would think of the test as 2 tests, okay? Because while they'll take them at the same time, they'll take the English and the math together. They'll first have the English and then the math, I believe, still online. But really they get scaled separately and then combined. And what that means is it's much better to do really, really good on one test, even if you don't do as well on the other test, right? So that's the situation. And I can explain that a slightly different way. For example, an 80% and an 80% average out to 80%. So does 60 and 100%, right? Still 80%, right? As an average, right? Those are 2 completely different scaled scores. If you get an 80 and an 80, your scaled score is approximately 468. That's not good enough to go to any school. A 539, which gets you into most of the schools. right? So that's the difference. You really need to try to max out your score on one of the two tests. And then whatever you're weaker on, we need to try to get that, hopefully a 40 out of 57 or higher to even that out a bit, okay? So that's how I would think about the test and how we combine, or how they combine the test. Difference between 30 and 31. 79 to 81, that's 2 points. So if you only answer 30 questions, you're only getting 2 points per question. I have a lot of students in here right now that aren't getting above a 35 out of 57. So they're only getting about 2 points per question.
পরে স্টুডেন্টদের করণীয় সম্পর্কে গার্ডিয়ানদের সাথে আলাদাভাবে কথা বলেন শেখ আল মামুন।
But the test so far,
It's not separate admission to school website.
he turned in both the 2 homework since he's been back,
The test I
right?
give
So that's good.
online, and
He's behind
the
and he's not doing any work.
একই সময় জন স্কটও স্টুডেন্টদের এবং গার্ডিয়ানদের পাশে ছিলেন, পরামর্শ দিয়েছেন।
And he did really well. He passed
If
it.
someone
So I
does
was
all
really
my
proud of him
Delta
for
Math
that
homework,
because
then
the
his
first
score
time
is
he took
also
it,
very good
he didn't
here.
pass it. Is still
Delta Math
kind
is
of low.
different website.
মামুস টিউটোরিয়াল এবং শেখ আল মামুন যেভাবে স্টুডেন্টদের প্রতি যত্নশীল, এতে স্টুডেন্টদের সাকসেস হওয়ার সুযোগ অনেক বেড়ে যায় বলে মন্তব্য করেছেন গার্ডিয়ানরা।
And also this copy, this manual,
SITV, নিউ ইয়র্ক।
because this copy I'm sending you to the press, whatever the press charge me, I'm going to charge you that amount.